All right, so we have covered a lot of ground. We were able to validate some of the information coming from the form, put it inside the query, or clean it up. I mean, we did a lot of things, right? If we go back to our CMS here, we are able to log in now. We type the password and it takes us to the admin. Now, this is no good if when they come here, we can't tell who the user is. We need to be able to tell when we send, when a user tries to log in, we need to validate the user and we find it. But we need to send some information to admin and let admin know what type of user is coming in. So if the admin sees a user that is not a user that is active, it will redirect it back to the index page, for example, or tell the user to register again or something like that. So we're gonna be dealing with this information with sessions. And if you remember, sessions are just very similar to cookies, but we keep that information in our server. And if you don't remember what sessions are, go back to the sessions lecture and in the course before the CMS section here and learn how it works. All right, I'm not gonna go into details since you're already supposed to know that. So what we want to do is, and I'm going to tell you right now, and we're going to recap all this at the end, don't worry, when I finish this session, is that if the user is able to log in, and this is the else if statement here, we're going to give the user, we're going to set the user, set some sessions. So before we set sessions, we need to turn it on first. All right, so that's something that needs to be turned on before we use it. So let's open it right here, and I'm just going to use this PHP tags here, clean that up, and use the function session start. All right, that's going to turn on the sessions. It's going to tell our server to prepare that session for us, get it ready so we can set it. So let's set some values to that session. Now everything is going to be created for us with this session start, but we need to set some values. So when the user is able to log in, and that's what it's saying right here in the else if statement, right? We find the user is the same. What do we want to do? Right now we are redirecting that user to admin. What we want to do is we want to send it to admin, but we also wanted to set some sessions. So the way we set sessions are like this. This is how we set them. And I explained all that in the session lecture, right? So we're gonna say we're gonna set a session called username for this username right here. So basically, this username that we're bringing from the database, we're gonna assign it to a session called username. So every time we want to access this username in the database, we're gonna have this value wherever we pull it out from. So if we say echo somewhere else and we have our sessions turned on, we're going to be able to get this value. All right, so that's all we're doing. We're assigning this variable's value to this session right here. Remember that we assign from the right to left. So now we're going to do this a couple times actually, and we're going to actually try to get as much data as possible to admin, because we don't know the features that we're going to be having in admin, but we want to be able to validate some of this information once we get to admin too. All right, so we want the username. Why not get the first name too? So that way we can personalize admin a little bit, right? We can get the last name of the user, and if we can spell it right, that would be nice. And what else? We have the DB user role there, and I'm getting all this from here. Okay, and of course if I named it a little bit different there. All right, so I think I got it right. First name, last name, perfect. All right, and let's just change it right here. For this, I'm not gonna go crazy and type the same as this. I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit and call it last name, first name, and this one just gonna say user role. All right, so we're gonna assign this information to these sessions here so we can pull it somewhere else. All right, so when we get to admin, once we get to admin, we're gonna have all this information there, but we first need to turn it on. All right, so let's go to admin right now, and I want to turn it on anywhere in admin. So I would do that by going to the admin header, because the admin header is what has everything inside our admin, right? We have admin header all over right here. So if you haven't done that, I already did that before. So go ahead and do that session start right here. You're gonna have this like this. All right, make sure that you have the session start like this. All right, start it up like this, and then you can go ahead and use that value. So now if we go to admin right here, there is nothing here. If you want to bring some values here, now that you have the session start, now that you have it turned on, let's go to navigation. I think on navigation we can set some values there. Actually, let's go to the index of admin, which is inside that admin folder, and let's echo some stuff out here. Let's say welcome, and let's just say, let's open a PHP tag here. All right, and what we want to do is we want to echo that session. All right, so we're gonna say session. So session here like this, and let's just echo the username. All right, very simple, as simple as this. Look at this. That's what we're doing. So let's just grab this and just put it inside here. Instead of author, we're just gonna put it right there. And let's see how that looks now. Let's go here. Let's go to the home site. Let's just say Rico 1 2 3 and submit. As you can see here, it already personalized it for me. It's sending that session right here. All right, and this is how we're going to personalize this side here, and how we are going to be checking if the user is active or the user role is admin or subscriber or anything like that. This is how we're going to be doing all those things, all right, and adding some extra features, of course, later on. But right now, as you can see, this is how we can set sessions and receivers somewhere else and personalize our admin area, right? So anyway, hopefully this lecture here show you a lot, and if you are doing this, congratulations, you're doing a really good job, and you're learning really good information that's going to help you personally and professionally. Good job. I'll see you in the next lecture. You're doing really good.